The series begins with a girl named Jamila who possesses everything life has to offer: wealth, beauty, and charm. Her mother drops her off at the apartment where she'll be living for the duration of her university studies, as their home is a bit far from the university. Before leaving, she reminds her to take care of herself and lock the door securely. She also gives her medication to reduce anxiety, as Jamila can't sleep without it. After making sure she's settled and helping her furnish the apartment, she leaves. Jamila gets ready for her first lecture, but from the very first day, her heels stick to the floor, and she almost falls flat on her face, were it not for the appearance of a handsome young man. Without realizing it, he saves her and catches her before she falls. He even counts her shoes, hands her books, and introduces himself as Dao. He checks her schedule and realizes he's in the same section as her. She introduces herself, telling him her name is Jamila, and they decide to go to their lectures together. As soon as they enter, he introduces her to his friend Kojak, who seems introverted and doesn't pay much attention to Jamila. The three of them decide to sit next to each other. Suddenly, the professor enters and tells them she's giving a surprise quiz. Our heroine gets very nervous because she wasn't prepared for it, and this quiz will determine her grades for the month. She doesn't know what to do. Then suddenly, a girl passing by tells our heroine, "This eraser on the ground is yours." Our heroine says no, but the girl insists, "Just listen, it's yours." Our heroine is surprised and takes the eraser from her. She's shocked to find that the girl has written all the missing answers. Our heroine is overjoyed and quickly writes the answers, hands in the paper immediately, and leaves with a perfect score. She's curious to meet the girl and thank her, but she finds her to be introverted and doesn't talk to anyone. When she goes to have lunch, two girls introduce themselves, and while they're sitting together, the same girl walks past them again. Just as she's about to speak to her, she glances up. In a strange way, she leaves and walks away, leaving our heroine bewildered. When her classmates notice, they tell her that her name is Jenny and that she's an eccentric girl who doesn't have any friends or anyone who talks to her. She's the life of the party in the class, but she seems mean. Jamila wonders why she's so ostracized and feels sorry for her. After they finish eating, our heroine Jamila is forced to come with them to the cheerleading club so she won't be alone and can participate in the activities. They also tell her that it counts towards her grades, so she decides to participate. As soon as she arrives, the team leader tells her that they're going to film a video and post it on TikTok. Today, in order for their account to become popular, our heroine agrees to be filmed on the condition that she shows her the video before posting it. Afterwards, she meets her team, who know she's rich. They see her bag and ask her how much it costs. She tells them she doesn't know, it's her mom's bag, but it looks like an expensive brand. They tell her she's lucky her mom buys her bags. They think their bags are old and ugly, and they expect her to offer them hers. But our heroine is a good girl and tells them the problem is that their moms don't buy them nice bags. She decides to leave them, but one of the girls sticks her in, saying she wants to. She brings her food with her, and our heroine, because of Zook, agrees to bring it to her, so about 5 or 6 people come and tell her, "We also want food," and each one asks for a high price. Our heroine, to be honest, is not impressed and brings them everything they want, and she sits down a little before training. Suddenly, she finds Dao coming with his camera, photographing her, and he keeps praising her beauty, and she remains very exposed, and when training time comes, you say to the girl, "Will you pay cash or will you transfer it to money?" They make themselves foolish and tell her, "We will pay for what we thought was serious, or what?" It wasn't a lot of money. I mean, you have a bag with an expensive price, meaning some of the food we brought. These countries are so insignificant. Our heroine is shocked by their audacity and asks them, "So, when am I supposed to get my money?" They tell her, "No, there's no more money." She's about to argue with them when the team leader calls them over. She decides to postpone the issue for a while and goes to train. After she finishes, she goes to the library to study, and suddenly receives a notification that they've uploaded a video from the training session. She goes to watch it and is shocked to find that the person who filmed it shot it from an unflattering angle. She gets very angry because she asked the leader to show her the video first before posting it, and goes to confront her, only to find that the team is already outside. The team is having practice right now, and she's fed up with them and doesn't want to join the club. She decides not to go to practice, but 2 of her teammates see her and chase after her to bring her back by force. She runs quickly and hides in the bathroom, and they chase after her to ask about her. They keep searching everywhere until suddenly Jenny appears and tells them that no one else is in the bathroom. They leave, and then our heroine comes out and thanks her for helping her, but Jenny isn't interested. Our heroine tries to start a conversation with her and asks if she's free to have lunch together, but she refuses. Suddenly, in the middle of their conversation, her friend Amy arrives, and she introduces her. Jamila greets Jenny and leaves, which annoys Amy, who thinks she's being arrogant. Jamila tells her she's just quiet and a bit introverted. Amy doesn't care and tells her she wants to go out with him today. Jamila says she has a lot of studying to do, so Amy says that's why they want to go out today, because she'll start studying in a few days and exams are coming up. She says they're free today and should enjoy themselves before they're stuck with exams. She manages to convince our heroine to go out with her. When they get there, they drink lemonade, and one of their classmates, a pig named Zach, finds our heroine started to lose consciousness, and he tried to force himself on her, but Down noticed and saved her. He decided to take her home himself and left her at the bathroom while he went to get his car keys. When he returned, he couldn't find her because Zach had taken advantage of her being alone and forced her into his car. He intended to assault her, and she was unable to defend herself and was about to lose consciousness when Jenny suddenly appeared and beat Zach to death. She then took our heroine from the car and stayed with her until she started to regain consciousness. Our heroine was surprised and asked her what she was doing there. Jenny told her that she was working during her vacation because she needs money and asks her what she'll do now. She tells her she doesn't know, and that Amy isn't answering her, and she doesn't know how she'll get home alone. Then suddenly, she finds Dal looking for her everywhere, and as soon as he sees Jenny, he greets her. Our heroine is surprised and asks him how he knows Jenny. He tells her that she was with him in high school. She says, "Good. How can I get closer to Jenny? I want to get to know her and be her friend." He replies, "It's not about getting close to her. She's used to being alone and doesn't have any friends, so it will be a little difficult. But if you keep caring for her, they might become friends someday." Our heroine goes to university on the second day and discovers her allowance is almost gone. So she goes to the cheerleading squad and tells them she wants the money they owe her for food. But they refuse to give her anything, taking advantage of her kindness and inability to speak up or swear. They keep insulting her. She gets Jenny along and sees them. She gets angry and argues with them, making them all return the money and get Jamila her due. They finally transfer all the money to Jamila, who is overjoyed. She keeps pursuing Jenny until she finally agrees to have lunch with her. She also manages to get Jenny's number, and the two become friends. Then Zach appears, and Jamila tries to escape from him. When she gets home, she remembers she forgot to get something and goes back to get it. That's when she's shocked to see her father cheating on her mother. She suffers a nervous breakdown after discovering that all this time she's been living with a bad father. She thought her parents loved each other, but unfortunately, it was all a lie. She doesn't know where to go or what to do. She wanders the streets crying until she reaches the river and gets very close to it. She looks at it, and Jenny passes by at that moment. She thinks Jamila is trying to fly or something, so she quickly goes down to her and slaps her, bringing her back to reality. She says to her, "What are you doing?" Our heroine replies that she wasn't thinking about anything. She was just getting some fresh air. When Jenny notices that she's not feeling well, she decides to take her home. She sits with her to listen, and Jamila tells her everything, including that she discovered today that her father had been cheating on her mother all this time. She can't bear it because her father was a very dear person in her life, and she had hoped to marry someone like him, but now he's become the person she hates most. Jenny tries to comfort her, telling her that she's there for her and not to worry, that everything will pass. Thanks to Jenny, our heroine falls asleep for the first time without medication, and when she wakes up the next day, in the second scenario, Jenny can't find her and goes to university. She finds videos everywhere of Zach apologizing for what happened yesterday, saying he didn't mean to force himself on her, that he was just drunk. He confesses his love and asks her to give him one chance to prove himself. She gets flustered and doesn't know what to do until Jenny appears, telling her the professor needs them urgently. She takes her away, and the day passes peacefully. She's finally rid of Zach's rudeness and weight. However, the next day at university, she's shocked to discover a video circulating of Zach sleeping with a girl, though it's unclear who. This girl knows that he was a pig and a player, and that yesterday he was telling her he liked her, and at night he was cheating on her. So she decides that if he comes near her again, she will make his life miserable. Afterwards, she goes to have lunch at a place near the university, and when she arrives, she finds out that Jenny works there. She feels very sorry for her, that she has to work more than one job just to be able to pay the rent for the place she lives in and provide herself with food and drink. Also, by chance, while she is sitting, she suddenly hears the manager talking to Jenny. His tone was harsh, and he says that she is a thief and that she stole money, and he will make her life miserable. So Jenny tries to explain to him that she did not do anything, and she's not like that at all, she's innocent and vulnerable, but he still won't leave her alone and keeps hurling insults and humiliating her. So, our heroine, by chance, decides to help her and films the man insulting her and saying he wants to assault her too. Then he throws water in her face, and she threatens to report him to the police. He gets scared, of course, and apologizes to Jenny, offering her money to delete the video. Jenny seizes the opportunity and tells him that if he really wants her to delete it, he has to apologize to Jenny and pay her compensation. She continues to humiliate him, getting justice for her friend and even taking money from him. Jenny is overjoyed that our heroine got her rights and thanks her profusely. They return home, and Jamila decides to stay with her for a while to keep her company. When she notices that her hair isn't styled, she starts fixing it for her. They both continue talking, and our heroine feels that Jenny is a very good person and the best friend she's had in a long time. She decides to stand by her, just as Jenny has stood by her many times. She offers to let her live with him to save money, suggesting they split expenses equally, so she won't have to work more than one job. Jenny considers refusing, but our heroine persists and keeps urging her until she finally agrees. Jenny moves in with her, and our heroine feels completely comfortable and reassured. She says she has your house and also sleeps before her, so Jenny takes advantage of the opportunity when she finds the mobile phone of our heroine, new, and it has poems, and when she goes to see it and finds a message from her father, he apologizes to her for what happened, and he tells her that she misunderstood, that he and she no longer have a relationship with each other, and that this girl is his lover. But of course he would not do anything like that so that her psychological state would not be affected by Jenny. She deletes the message and blocks her father from the mobile phone, making it clear that Jenny is not as good as we think and that there is a big secret behind her. Of course, our heroine is no longer aware of what happened. She wakes up on the second day upset because her father has not sent her a message. He didn't even think of calling her, and Jenny is playing dumb, saying, "So what if I call you or send you a message? What good will it do you? You were so relieved to finally get rid of him." She tells her he's a bad person. Our heroine replies, "My friend, you're right. Even if he tries to contact me, I won't speak to him again." Afterwards, they both go to university, and on the way, they meet Amy, who stops our heroine and tells her about a short film they're looking for an actress for. Amy suggests Jenny, and if she's successful, she'll get money and extra credit. Jenny asks how many they need, but Amy doesn't answer and takes our heroine to the auditions, and she remains very smart. The director admires her and tells her that she will be very likely to get the role. Later, when Jenny graduates, she continues to encourage her and tells her that she was very smart. By chance, they meet Dow and he offers them to have lunch, but Jenny refuses and tells them that her mother is tired and must go see her. Our heroine leaves her alone. Jenny comes home late and finds our heroine waiting for her because they eat together, and she says to her, "I was taking advantage of this opportunity." They then talk a little together, and along the way, Jenny learns that our heroine likes Dow, so she tells her not to worry. "Like Jenny, I don't like him at all, and it's not my taste at all, and it's good that the two of you will get into a relationship, because you two will be dear to my heart," she says to her. "No, I am still too early to do these things. I mean, I am still just a fan of him, and I wonder if he really likes me or not." So Jenny keeps encouraging her and telling her that she is sure that he likes her, and she continues to praise her beauty, smartness, and politeness, and praises our heroine for a little while, and Jenny's words continue. Our heroine gets excited and sends a message to Dow, telling him that in something she doesn't understand and she wants him to explain it to her. Fatwa agrees that they meet in the library. After that, Zag goes to him to ask him whether they will study together or not. Fatwa tells him that he has a nice day today and that he won't have enough time to study with him at all. Zach understands that he wants to leave. At the same time, our heroine's mother returns home with some things. When she enters, she's shocked to see Jenny. She thinks she's a thief until she sees our heroine coming out of her room, changing, and tells her that this is her friend Jenny, who's staying with her. Her mother is naturally nervous and worried about her daughter, wondering how a girl she knows nothing about could suddenly come to live with her overnight. Jamila reassures her, telling her about all the times Jenny has helped her and saying she trusts her completely. She convinces her mother to like Jenny and agrees to let her stay. She goes to university and there are many things that he does not understand. By chance, he passes Zach and sees her telling her that he will help her, so she thanks him involuntarily. He is still going to sit with her. He finds Dow coming and in the middle of the text, Dow tells her that he has been studying this part for a while and he will explain it to her, and she goes with him, of course, because she likes him, and leaves Zach. After she finishes studying, she sends a message to Amy. You ask her what she did in the role and find that unfortunately she did not get it, and there was someone else who took it, so she asks her who. Jenny says to her that she no longer understands how it means that Jenny did not originally apply for the audition, but Amy tells her that after the scene, Jenny entered and worked. She auditioned, and she doesn't know how she passed. Of course, our heroine doesn't understand what's going on, but Amy keeps telling her to watch out for Jenna because she doesn't like her and isn't comfortable around her. This is because Jenna didn't tell her she auditioned and explained that her mother was sick that day and she went to the hospital for chemotherapy. That's why our heroine is suspicious of her. When she comes back, Amy asks her if she auditioned, and Jenna says no, she was just at the hospital with her sick mother. But our heroine doesn't trust her. She goes to Dow and asks him, since you've known her since high school, have you ever seen her mother?
Honestly, no.
And then, Ma Tawi finishes talking, and our heroine tells him that Jenny explained to her that she went to her mother's, and then suddenly she finds her taking the role that she applied for, even though she told him she hadn't applied. He tells her to just forget about it and relax, and that it's obvious Jenny applied for the role for fun, and maybe they just liked her performance. So he asks her if she's upset, and she tells him no, of course not. She says she applied for fun too, not for any other reason. He tells her not to overthink it, that they have exams and studying is more important. She agrees, and when she gets back, she finds Jenny has prepared a delicious meal, but our heroine is upset because she was waiting for Jenny to tell her what she made. Auditions, and she opens up about the topic and tells her that unfortunately she did not meet in another one. She is the one who took the role, so Jenny gets nervous and says to her, "Who?" And our heroine still answers her. She finds her mobile phone burning, and when she responds, she finds someone telling her that her auditions that took place, unfortunately, her video was lost, and that Jenny took a completely second role other than the role you applied for. She is shocked because she thought that Jenny had lied. She has to take the turn from her, but she finds out that there is a second person entirely who won, so she goes to apologize to Jenny because she misunderstood her, and Jenny tells her that she is not upset, she just forgot to tell her because she was. She's preoccupied with her mother and her cancer diagnosis, and asks her why she doubted her. Our heroine tells her she was influenced by Amy's words because Amy kept playing with her mind, making her believe Jenny was a liar. Jenny gets very angry and tells her that Amy isn't a good person. She seems jealous because our heroine now has other friends, while she, as you know, is ostracized and doesn't want her to make friends. Our heroine gets upset and gets up from beside her because such talk is inappropriate, no matter what. She doesn't care and goes to sleep because she has lectures. After she finishes, she sends Amy a message saying she needs to meet her because she wants to talk to him urgently. At the same time, Amy is assigned to do something in the lab. All her colleagues leave, leaving her standing there. Suddenly, she hears a noise and becomes very frightened. Someone attacks her, hitting her and trying to pour water on her. Terrified, she tries to defend herself until the very last moment when she's the one who pours the liquid. It burns the attacker, who gets scared and runs away quickly. Afterwards, the nurse finds out what happened and goes to check on Amy. Dow goes with her and asks her what happened. Amy says she didn't see anything because of the darkness, but all she knows is that she poured liquid on the person who attacked her, and the burn will be light-hearted and second-rate. Our heroine reassures her, telling her not to worry, that she'll find out who did this and get revenge for her sake. She returns home and finds Jenny, who surprises her and asks, "Where were you?" Jenny tells her she was at her mother's. Our heroine asks why she didn't tell her she'd be late. Jenny replies that it didn't occur to her to tell her. Anyway, our heroine tells her about what happened to Amy and how she doesn't know who to suspect. Jenny tells her that someone might want to hurt her, and that Amy isn't a good person and probably has many enemies. But our heroine is comfortable and doesn't want to talk. Jenny senses that she's nervous and can't seem to string two words together, and she begins to suspect that. Her suspicion grows even more when Jenny gets up to drink but can't hold the water properly and spills it on her leg. Our heroine rushes to wipe it up, and then notices a bandage in the exact spot Amy mentioned. Naturally, she asks what happened to her leg, and Jenny explains she was in the lab doing an experiment when bleach spilled on her leg. She leaves and goes to change. They both go to sleep, and our heroine seizes the opportunity to examine the wound. Amy had told her it would be a minor second-degree cut, and if she finds it, then Jenny is 100% responsible. And before Jenny is so sure of everything that our heroine is doing that she's really asleep. She quickly pretends to be asleep, but she has a nightmare where Jenny is writing something on her. So, as soon as she wakes up, she confronts her directly and asks, "Are you really sure that the cut on your leg is from the bleach?" Jenny replies, "Yes, of course. Do you have any doubts?" Emma says, "Fine, show it to me." Jenny gets angry and asks, "You suspect me of doing this to your friend?" Emma replies, "Yes, and to prove yourself, you have to show me your cut." Jenny gets angry and shows it to her. When she sees it, she finds it's a very large cut that will cause a scar, not like Emma told her it would be a very minor one. And that's not all. She pulls out the bottle of bleach that spilled from her bag and says, "If you don't believe me, why don't I spill more?" Our heroine gets very upset and feels she's gone too far. She apologizes for doubting her and tells her she's stressed because of Amy. Jenna believes her and says, "Anyway, I'm used to this. People always misunderstand me and blame me for things I didn't do. If you're doing this to me because I'm staying with you, then fine, I'm leaving." She leaves, and of course, Jamila keeps talking to her, but Jenna doesn't respond. Suddenly, Dow arrives to sit with her, and she tells him what happened, that she had a problem with Jenna and doubted her. She's upset with her and is about to leave, so he tells her to keep following her until she agrees to make up. He goes to a restaurant to get her something to eat, but then Zach follows her and keeps pressuring her to agree to be with him. She gets very angry and is about to leave when he hits her. Then Tout arrives and confronts him, and they argue. It escalates into a big fight, and Zach runs away. Tout defends our heroine. This reaches the dean of the college, who summons Tout, and he gets into trouble because he's a student there. That's why when he goes to check on our heroine, she notices he's nervous, so she asks him what's wrong. He tells her he's afraid his scholarship will be taken away. Jenny tells him to be careful because if his family finds out about something like this, there will be trouble. The story is about family, and our heroine tells Dow that she urgently needs to visit Jenny's mom because she never sees her, never talks to her on the phone, and they don't even have a picture together. He tells her he'll find a free time and take her. Suddenly, Amy arrives and tells her to go check the security cameras. Jamila goes with her, but unfortunately, it's dark, and nothing is visible on the camera. She tells her to try and remember anything else. Amy tells her that the person who did this to her was probably wearing a star-shaped necklace that glowed in the dark. Suddenly, Jenny appears in front of them, wearing the same necklace because she was just describing her. Then she's shocked and tells them that she's the one who tried to assault her, the one who tried to hit her. Of course, Jenny defends herself and tells her, "Am I the only one wearing this necklace? There are 50 other girls wearing it at college. Since you don't have any proof, please don't accuse me because your words don't affect me at all." Amy gets angry and tells our heroine, "You believe her and not me." Our heroine doesn't respond, and Amy gets angry and tells her, "So you believed someone you've known for a few days who lied to your childhood friend, the one you grew up with, and you can't believe her? Anyway, Jenny is only nice on the outside, and I've gotten you out of her way several times, and you won't wake up until you get hit on the head." Our heroine is defending Jenny, telling Amy not to make such a big deal out of it. "Why would she hurt you? Did you do anything to her?" Amy tells her it's because she got close to you, and we are friends and all that. Our heroine tells her it's not going to get that bad. Besides, I saw the wound, and you said it would be minor, but her wound is a first-degree burn that made her go to the hospital. Amy tells her maybe she suppressed it too much to make the wound bigger so no one would suspect her. Our heroine tells her no, impossible. Jenny would never do that. She's not that sick to do that to herself. Amy tells her, "Okay, whatever you want." Our heroine goes to have lunch with Jenny and tells her she wants to see her mom as soon as possible. Jenny tells her she'll find a time and when her mom is feeling better, she'll call and come see her. Our heroine agrees, and then they both go to study. Our heroine takes advantage of the opportunity when she learns Jenny is going to see her mom. She follows her without Jenny noticing until she reaches the house where she lives. She sees Jenny with her mom, and her mom looks perfectly normal. On the contrary, her hair is beautiful, and she doesn't look sick at all. Our heroine stands frozen in place, not understanding why Jenny lied to her. As she closes the door, she notices her and is shocked. When asked what she's doing there, our heroine tells her she followed her to check on her because she felt from the beginning that her mother was lying and that she was fine, not sick. Jenny defends herself, telling her that her mother isn't well at all and that she's misunderstood the situation. Our heroine asks her how, saying she saw her standing on her own 2 feet. Jenny tells her she was hiding one thing only. Her mother doesn't have cancer, but a mental illness. Jenny explains that she's afraid to tell anyone because she doesn't want to be bullied or have her mother hurt, and also because it's a sensitive topic. But when she realizes that Jamila still doesn't believe her, she's not convinced. She takes her home, and when Jamila enters, she's shocked because her mother's condition is very serious. Her mother is constantly imagining things because she suffered a traumatic death, and ever since, she sees every other girl as Jenny's sister. When she has an attack, she breaks everything around her and hurts Jenny. That's why Jenny has to check on her from time to time, give her medication and sedatives, and take her mother to her room to give her a sleeping pill. Afterwards, she goes to sit with Jamila, who apologizes for following her around and for not realizing how serious the situation was. Jamila comforts her, telling her she's there for her, and they go home together. The next day, they go to university. They're surprised when Jenny receives a summons from the dean. She goes and finds Amy there, who claims Jenny tried to harm and disfigure her. Jenny defends herself, saying she didn't do anything, but Amy insists, telling them not to believe her, calling her a snake and a liar, two-faced. Jenny retorts, "Well, if I did this to you, why didn't you try to defend yourself and escape?" The dean questions Amy, asking if this is true. Amy replies, "It's true I drank a little, but I was sober." Jenny then tells them that Amy is lying and that she's addicted to eyeliner, even bringing it to college. Amy defends herself, saying she would never do such a thing and only drinks at home. But Jenny tells them that if they open the water bottle Amy has, they'll find alcohol in it. And indeed, when they open it, it's as she said. She realizes that Amy is an addict and that she might have actually made up this story against Jenny. Thus, Jenny gets her revenge. Amy is shocked and keeps searching for any clue about Jenny until she learns that she was expelled from high school and transferred to another school because they suspected she poisoned one of her classmates. She decides to go and tell our heroine to warn her, but unfortunately, when she calls her, she doesn't answer. At the same time, our heroine goes out with Dao, and they have dinner together. Dao takes advantage of the opportunity and tells her he likes her and asks her to date him. Of course, our heroine is shocked and agrees. Meanwhile, when Amy finishes her lectures, she goes to the bathroom to get ready. Suddenly, everything around her goes dark, and the door closes. Scared, she tries to leave the bathroom, but then she hears a voice calling her name. Suddenly, water appears and drenches her, then the person runs away. Amy is shocked, everything on her face is disfigured, and she can't see who did this to her because they were wearing a mask and it was dark. At the same time, we learn that it was Jenny who did this to her. Yes, dear viewer, Jenny wasn't easy to deal with. After committing her heinous crime in Cloride, she went to change her clothes, but not at that house. She went to Dao's house. The big surprise is that Dao and Jenny are in a relationship, and he was the one helping her with everything from the beginning. He was the one who put the alcohol in Amy's bottle and also brought her the chemicals from the lab to put on her wound because Jenny told our heroine that the wound would be a minor second-degree cut. It turns out that Jenny is behind everything from the beginning and is trying to harm anyone who gets close to our heroine. No one understands why yet, but we'll understand everything later. She's also the one who asked Dao to get into a relationship. Our heroine has a goal in mind. He actually loves Jenny very much and is ready to do anything for her, so he agreed to do this and get close to our heroine. Jenny is very happy that Dao listens to her and tells him that the plan must be completed to the end, making Jamila fall deeply in love with him, then breaking her heart and leaving her. Fu asks her why she is doing all this, and she tells him that she cannot tell him the reason now, but when the time is right, she will tell him everything. After that, Jenny goes straight home so that she is there before Jamila wakes up. As soon as Jenny arrives, she gives her a sly look, and as soon as Jamila sees Jenny, she tells her that she has good news for her and that she is finally. Dao and Jenny are dating. Jenny smiles at her, a forced smile, and tells her she wishes her a happy life with him. He gets her dressed to go to university, and of course, since they're dating, Dao holds her hand in front of everyone. Suddenly, Zach arrives and tells our heroine he has something important to tell her. Jenny goes with him, and he takes her to the hospital. She's shocked to see Amy and realize someone else is trying to hurt her. When she asks Zach how this happened, he explains that just 5 minutes ago, he was talking to her on the phone. She told him something important and said she'd tell him more later when they met. But then this happened, and they didn't meet. He tells her there's something very important she needs to know. She asks him, "Amy told you what she said?" He tells her that before the accident, Amy told him she had been watching Jenny and found out she was expelled from high school because she decided to poison her friend's boyfriend to steal her. Of course, Jamila overhears this and can't believe it. She thinks Zach is doing all this to keep her away from Jenny and doesn't believe him. Suddenly, a fight breaks out, and Jamila goes to see what's going on. She finds Amy's mother arguing with the dean of the college because they refused to open an investigation and find out who did this and disfigured her daughter's face. The dean tells her that when they found Amy in the bathroom with her bag next to her, they searched her and unfortunately found drugs. So, if she is afraid for her daughter and for her reputation. I hope this matter is resolved amicably. She shows her the glasses in her hands and tells her that Amy may have been delusional and nothing, but Amy's mother is shocked and tells them that her daughter has never taken anything and that it must be Jenny who put it in the bag for her. But Jamila remains in disbelief and sees that Amy is the one who is at fault in everything, and Jenny decides. She celebrates what happened and that she has finally gotten rid of Amy. She tells him and Dow that today she invited them all to dinner at her expense, and they all go out together, and Dow also brings a beauty with them, and they enjoy their time, but he is not comfortable with the looks of Jenny and Dow, and he stays with them, until he discovers that they are really close and not just friends, and he sees them going out one after the other, talking to each other. Zag tries to get closer and listen to what they're talking about. He tells Jenny that they are in a public place and no one should see them. She tells him it's okay, that she loves him anyway and can't stand pretending any longer, and that she hates Jamila being close to him. Zag is shocked and immediately takes out his phone and films them, all to expose them. But Jamila is unconscious from exhaustion, so he decides to postpone this until she wakes up. But even when they went to university, Jenny stayed glued to Jamila and didn't leave her side for a moment. And of course, Zach knows that if he says anything in front of Jenna, she'll defend herself or turn them against each other like she did to Amy. At the same time, Amy is trying to review the security camera footage and sees that Jenna was walking down the corridor at the time of the incident. She's certain that Jenna did it to her and takes a screenshot of the video to show our heroine so she'll believe it. But Jenna defends herself and turns the tables on Amy, exposing her even more when she releases a video of Amy with Zach, telling him that she loves him and wants him to stay away from Jamila, and that she can't bear to see them together. She then asks Jamila why she's defending her and worried about her, asking, "Do you believe this lowlife traitor? She was cheating on you with Zach." And then Amy tried to defend herself, saying she was drunk and not in her right mind. After she found out Zach loved Jamila, she left him. But how did Jenny manipulate Jamila, telling her that Amy was a great actress? Jamila finally snapped at Amy after discovering her infidelity and cut her off completely. Amy kept crying, but Jenny stayed by Jamila's side, telling her that from now on they were sisters. Jamila was overjoyed and told her that Amy was her only sister and that she had no one else in the world. Even her parents' relationship wasn't good anymore. And when Jamila returned, when she gets home, her father is waiting for her. She asks him, "What are you doing here? Didn't you even think to pick up your phone and call me?" He says he's been calling her for over 2 weeks and she hasn't answered. She asks, "How is that possible?" He takes out his phone and shows it to her. She's surprised and goes inside to see what the problem is. She realizes she's blocked him, and she doesn't even remember doing it. Her father gets angry when he sees she's blocked him and decides to cut off all contact with her. At the same time, Dow starts to feel sorry for Jamila, so he tries to convince Jenny to stop what she's doing to her. But Jenny gets very angry and asks him, "Why are you saying that? Are you starting to like her or what?" "You're not. Dow loves me," and he tells her, "No, of course not. I could never love any other girl but you." But at the same time, I feel sorry for Jamila because she trusts us and she doesn't have any friends around her except us. If anything happens to her, who will support her? But Jenny replies with pure malice, "I don't want anyone to support her. I want her to fall and find no one to pick her up. Do you understand or not?" He tells her, "I'll do whatever you want. The important thing is that in the end, like you promised, after I break her heart, we'll get together and everyone will know our love story." She tells him, "Of course, as soon as I'm done with her and break her heart, I'll get together with you." Then she leaves Dao, puts on a mask of innocence, and goes back to his house to find our heroine. The girl is distraught and upset, telling her that her father was there and she discovered she had blocked him. He's angry with her because he was talking to her, and she thought he was ignoring her. Honestly, I don't remember when I last did something like that. Jenny gets very flustered and tells her, "You forgot? I remember when you came over one day, you drank, and you were upset with him. You started talking badly about him, and I blocked him. You were even going to delete his number, but I told you no matter what, he's still your father." Our silly girl believes her and sees Jenny as an angel, and her life without her is worthless. Meanwhile, Zach is trying to contact our heroine, but she's not responding at all. Byrne calls Jenny because Jamila is in the bathroom. Jenny asks him what he wants, and he tells her he needs to contact our heroine urgently. He asks her to have her call him when she comes out of the bathroom. However, the cunning Jenny deletes the last call so Jamila doesn't know that Zaki called. When Jamila asks her who she was talking to, she says she was talking to her mom to check on her. Jamila, of course, believes her and doesn't care. Jenny tells everyone that she's going to spend some time with her mom today, but she's lying and goes out with Dao. They go to an amusement park and stay up late together. At that time, Dao tells her that he can't take it anymore and that he's only pretending to love her and want to be with her. He tells her to just forget about the whole thing. Jenny is trying to control him, making him believe that Jenny is the only obstacle to their love, and that once they get rid of her, they'll have a beautiful love story. He believes her because she has him wrapped around her little finger. They talk and grow closer, but unfortunately for them, Zach has been watching them. He followed Jenny step by step from the beginning and saw her going to meet Dao. This time, he filmed them, giving him more than enough evidence that they are cheating on our heroine. He decides to send her the video, but Jenny notices him and runs after him to take the phone before he exposes her. Zach gets in his car, and she runs after him. Dao also gets in his car and chases Zach, and by chance, he loses control of himself. They slam the Arabic hard, and Jenny is shocked and collapses. They both call the ambulance quickly, and Dao remains terrified that he is dead. She says that he did not intend to hit him in the Arabic. He is the one who suddenly appeared in front of him. He went crazy. She hits him with a pen in the face. He must stand up for himself. She tells him to control his nerves, and that all he will tell the police is that they were contagious. By chance, they found him lying on the ground, so they call the ambulance and tell him. He goes to hide his stroller right away, because there are no cameras in this street, and he tells her that he is ready for anything. Then, Jenny calls Jamila and tells her what happened to Zach, and they all go to the hospital, and Jamila continues to cry and collapses, and he continues. He comforts her, but she's unaware of what's going on. The next day, they go to university. Jamila asks Dao about what happened and how he happened to be there at the time of the accident. He was just on his way home and found Jenny on the road, so he offered her a ride. But she feels he's lying because he sounds very nervous. When they go to his car, she sees a dent. She has a strange feeling that something happened and they're both hiding it. So Jamila decides to check the security cameras to find out who hit Zach, but she doesn't see anyone there. This increases her suspicion that the accident was staged. At the same time, Jenny returns home and finds Jamila's mother packing her things, which makes Jenny angry. She tells her that she's staying and won't leave until Jamila tells her to. She tells the mother that if it weren't for her presence, Jamila would have been lost with no one to support her. But Jamila's mother tells her, "No, of course not. Nothing will happen to her. She's my beloved daughter, and I talk to her all the time. I won't abandon my daughter." Then Jenny tells her, "That's enough. Since your beloved daughter knows she's in a relationship," and shows her a video of Jamila with Dao confessing their love. Jamila's mother gets very angry and tells her to break up with that boy and come live with them in the house, or she won't get a penny from her. Jamila breaks down and tells her that she doesn't want anything from her or her husband. She wants them. They leave her alone, nothing more, and she goes to Dao and tells him that it's over. There is no one left except him and Jenny. Here, Dao feels guilty and decides to go talk to Jenny and put an end to this matter because he does not want to hurt Jamila. Act then asks Jenny to wait for him, and he is coming to her right away. Dao leaves our heroine in his house and walks away, and our heroine takes advantage of the opportunity, searching for anything until you find his laptop, and when you flip through it, you find a hidden file, which you open. You are shocked by the amount of pictures inside of him with Jenny, and from the pictures it is clear that they are not just friends, nor is this a superficial relationship, because they were related, and there are many strong pictures of them that are not perfect, and you are greatly shocked. Her only friend and her boyfriend are both betraying her, thinking our heroine will remain oblivious and unaware until they are confronted by her. They become flustered and ask her what she's doing there. They realize she suspected something was wrong from the start. She left a device hidden in his bag. Jenny runs after her, telling her she's misunderstood and will explain everything. Jamila asks, "Explain what? 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 You've ruined my hope. I trusted a piece of trash, a pig like you. From today, I don't know you, and you don't know me. I don't want to see your face again, and I don't want to know either of you at all." 2 tells her, "Don't hold me responsible for her sin. I was coming here to end this matter with her. I loved you. She was the one who planned everything to make you fall in love with me. She told him to leave this to you. I want to see you too. Enough of acting. I will never forgive you. Live like this all your life while you live with my sin. Then you leave them and go to meet Amy and tell her that I am wrong because I did not believe you and let someone like Jenny enter. Between us, someone separates us." She tells her that she is not upset with her or anything, and she also tells her what she learned about Jenny, and that she poisoned her friend in high school, and the one who made her do this because she liked Dao, and this girl was related to Dao, so she said get rid of her so that she can be in a relationship. She did the same thing to him as she did to our heroine. She kept pushing everyone away from him until he was completely alone. She was his whole life, doing everything for him. He became obsessed with her and couldn't refuse her anything. That's why, as soon as she got home, she'd take out all her clothes and belongings and throw them in front of the apartment door. Jenny wouldn't let it go. She'd argue with her, saying, "Tomorrow you'll come crawling back like a shoe, begging me to take you back. You think you'll be anything without me? Let me remind you that both your father and mother are, unfortunately, traitors. No one cares about you. They say, only I did. I used to look after you. You'd be crazy by now. And the biggest proof is that, from the moment I entered your life, you stopped taking the anxiety medication you'd been living on your whole life." But Jamila doesn't give up. She tells her, "I'll be fine with you or without you. Now get out." Her mother also stands with her daughter and kicks her out, telling Jamila to come back and live with them temporarily until she's sure she's okay. The next day, when Jenny arrives at university, she finds a leaked video of her with Dao. The whole university knows the truth about her, that she's a traitor, unfortunately, and that she was cheating on her friend with Dao and her boyfriend. She looks awful, and then it turns out that Amy did it to get revenge. She brings out everything Amy did to her before. Her appearance in the video is, "The college is awful and nobody wants to deal with her." Overnight, she lost everything, and Dao is about to lose his scholarship. They've both literally ruined Jenny. She can't find anyone to stand by her. Even Dao abandons her and tries to win back Jamila by any means necessary. Jenny goes to get a drink, and there she meets Zach, who starts to lose consciousness from drinking. He tries to assault her against her will, so she defends herself, saying she doesn't want to. She grabs the knife from beside her and, with a sudden burst of blood, finishes him off. She calmly wipes the blood off her face and body as if nothing happened. But when she leaves the bathroom, she notices a camera speeding towards her. The room's electricity is cut. All the wires are severed so no one finds out what happened. At the same time, Jamila is very tired. Amy stays with her, but it's getting late, and Jamila tells her she has to leave. As she's walking, she suddenly realizes someone is watching her. She runs away quickly until Jenny is right in front of her. Jenny asks her what she wants from her, and Jamila replies, "What would I want from you? To kill you." Amy tells her to calm down, saying, "Have you gone crazy?"
Jamila retorts, "I'm crazy."
"I'll show you what crazy really is." She takes the same knife she used to finish off Zach and gives Jenny a shot of molasses. By chance, Dao is passing by and sees Jenny standing there crying, distraught. She tells him. He quickly called the ambulance. They came and took Amy, but it was too late. She had already died. He then called Jamila and told her what had happened to her friend. She rushed over, feeling guilty and crying. She said she was late because she was unwell. She kept crying until she asked Dao how it happened. He explained that he had just happened to be passing by the garden below her house when he saw Jenny standing there crying. He went to Jenny and asked her what she was doing. Jenny told him she had come to check on her when she saw a strange man wearing a mask running away. When she went to see what he was doing, she found her friend on the ground, literally with no part of her body intact. Jamila is devastated and can't comprehend who could do this to her friend. She's convinced this person is a monster with no mercy. She doesn't realize the monster is sitting right next to her, the one who did this to her. Meanwhile, Jenny, a phenomenal actress, is crying her heart out, playing the victim to gain Jamila's trust and closeness. She stays by Jamila's side, comforting her. Jenny takes advantage of the situation, even getting Jamila to go back home with him, claiming she's worried about her safety and that the person who hurt Amy might want to get rid of Jamila too. Our poor, innocent heroine believes her and goes back home with him, unaware that she's being manipulated. The criminal is in her house willingly and with her own hands, and because of what happened, she thinks our heroine allowed them to be together again and become friends again, but she doesn't know what's going on. Our heroine is keeping her close only to discover her true nature. In the middle of the night, our heroine wakes up to the sound of Jenny going to take a shower. She opens her phone and finds a strange link someone sent her. When she clicks on it, she sees the accident that happened to Zach and is shocked to see that Dow was the one who hit his car window. She says, "Oh, so you're a gang." Then Dow calls her. She asks him, "What do you want from me? Do you want to finish me off like you finished off Zach? Please try. You understand me. Believe me. I didn't want to kill him. He just suddenly appeared in front of me. And I want to warn you about something. You have to be very careful with Jenny because she's the one who killed Amy. I'm sure of it." Our heroine is surprised and says, "So this is a new plan of yours or what? Believe me, if you want me to go and confess everything to the police, I'm ready. But you have to watch yourself. You have to make her leave your house now, or leave." Jenny comes out of the bathroom, and Jamila runs quickly to pretend to be asleep. Jenny wakes her up and starts gathering all her clothes, putting them in a bag. She tells her that she doesn't want to leave her alone and that she's worried about her, especially since her mother is sick, very much so, and they must go and take care of her mother. Jenny asks Jamila to come with her to check on her mother, so Jamila listens to everything she says and goes with her, but she also takes a knife with her, which she hides under her clothes. At the same time, the police are able to fix the camera that was in the lab and they see what happened on the day of the incident, who finished off that one. When they review the cameras, they see Jenny. They go and show her to Dow and ask him to look for her. When Dow finds out that she has gone crazy and started killing everyone around her, he calls Jamila and tries to answer her, but Jenny enters and asks her, "Who are you talking to?" Jamila gets nervous and scared, and Jenny starts to suspect her. Jenny snatches her phone, and Jamila, frightened, goes to hide. She looks for anything in the apartment to protect herself. That's when she finds a lot of pictures and articles about her father and mother. She's surprised and asks Jenny, "What are these things doing here?" Jenny replies, "Don't you know?" Jamila says, "No, tell me. I want to know exactly why my family is here." Jenny tells her, "It's very simple. I entered your life from the beginning, when you entered this college, to be close to you so I could take revenge on you and your family and make them taste the same poison I tasted." Jamila asks her, "What's going on? I don't understand anything." Jenny replies, "Because of your treacherous father and mother, who, unfortunately, ruined my life and destroyed my family. I lived after they destroyed my life." Jenny grabs Jamila by the hair and starts hitting her. Jamila cries, trying to control herself until the last moment. Jenny ties her up and says, "Listen, you can cooperate with me. I'll get my revenge on your father and mother, and then I'll let you go. But if you resist me, I'll break your head, and then I'll break theirs." Jamila refuses, so Jenny gets angry and is about to hit her when someone arrives at the last moment and saves her. Our heroine seizes the opportunity and escapes. When her family finds out what happened, they immediately take her home to stay, keep them under their watchful eyes because Jenny has escaped and no one can find her. Besides, she's wanted because she's responsible for the deaths of 2 people and there are suspicions surrounding the death of a third. Meanwhile, Abu Jamila finally shows some self-respect and pays attention to Jamila. They sit down to dinner together for the first time in years. Then Jamila asks them if they know someone named Syrah, who might be Jenny's mother. As soon as the name is mentioned, they all get nervous and tell her they don't know anyone by that name. Jamila asks him if he knows Jenny's father, whose name is Kim. The mother tells her no, they don't know either. She warns him that Jenny has been playing with his mind and creating delusions like hers. But Abu Jamila reassures her, saying, "Don't worry, she can't. It tells you that the police are everywhere and the search for her is still ongoing." He's going to install cameras throughout the house, and will be monitoring everything. A month passes since that day, and Jenny disappears completely from our heroine's life. She gradually starts returning to university. Dow tries everything to talk to her, but she doesn't respond. She's left with only one friend, the only person she can trust. One day, on her way home, she doesn't find her father or mother. Curiosity takes hold, and she wonders if Jenny is really telling the truth and if they're hiding something. She opens her father's laptop and searches for Kim's name. She finds something, so she searches for Jenny's mother's name and discovers that she was one of the. She treats them because her father is a gynecologist. When she goes to her mother's laptop, she also finds a medical certificate. This is because Sarah was receiving psychological treatment from her because of what happened. She decides to confront them with what she found. When she goes downstairs, she finds it dark and suspects that someone else is with him in the house. Her suspicion is confirmed. Jenny finally appears and tries to strangle her to finish her off. But at that moment, her mother opens her phone to check her cameras and is shocked by what is happening to her daughter. She calls the police, and they arrive, but Jenny manages to escape without being caught. Her family arrives, and she confronts them with what she knows, telling them, "Ma, tell me the truth." So she speaks and tells her she was actually hiding from her that Sarah was being treated there, but that was because Sarah was actually being treated because her husband was violent and scary, and she did not know how to help her with anything. She told her, "Medicine and my father." What does it have to do with the dialogue? She tells her because she was pursuing the pregnancy with him, because she was pregnant, but unfortunately the pregnancy did not end, and they complained that your father was the one who did this and filed a lawsuit, but of course there was no evidence for that. Her father did not imprison her, and Kim decided to fly because his reputation was tarnished after he tried to harm Abu Jamila and she did not know, but her mother's words did not enter her mind, so she goes to Jack and asks him for help. She tells him that she wants to look into the case papers, the one Kim had raised against her father, and when Dow finds out, he begs them to let him come with them and help. He wants to show them that he regrets everything that happened. Besides, he knows Jenny's room inside and out and can help them. They agree to let them take him along, and the three of them go. As soon as Jenny's mother sees them, she starts having an episode. She screams, breaks things, and calls out to our heroine, pretending she's her little daughter. Our heroine takes advantage of the opportunity and goes to sit in the room and calms her down until they can search in peace. They go upstairs and finally find the papers and go back down to our heroine. At that moment, our heroine tries to talk to Jenny's mother to understand what's going on, exactly what happened and left her in this condition. So she told her that she was pregnant with the second child and was following her father. Unfortunately, her father was a pig who was harassing her and she did not know. She was thinking about him making a meal until one day he suddenly sat down and told her, "You are beautiful. You do not deserve your husband." And all of this, and he gave her a strange medicine and she was not a friend. His brothers stayed 9 months with him. She took the medicine and went out. She found herself very exhausted and unable to do so. Suddenly, she was walking and sat down on a piece of paper. She fell and brought it. He pushed her car into it. This car, of course, belonged to Abu Jenny. Instead of coming down to help her, he spat out and ran away. And when she went home because of the knock, unfortunately, she was pregnant. She didn't get through it. She lost her child and went crazy. Her husband tried to get justice and take revenge on Jamila's father, but there wasn't enough evidence, and he couldn't convict. He continued the same scenario he had played out, just like he did with Jenny's mother. Of course, Kim couldn't bear what had happened to his wife, her behavior, and the fact that she had literally gone insane, constantly hitting Jenny for no reason. That's why he decided to leave. Our heroine is shocked after learning Jenny's story and how much she had suffered in her life, all because of her father. She feels sorry for her, but suddenly Jenny's mother arrives, grabbing her and slamming her against the wall. The police rescue her, and they go to the hospital. Her mother goes to check on her and confronts her with everything. What I learned is that she asks her why she was defending her father all this time, why she let him go free like that. The mother tells her that her father wasn't the best thing, but she was afraid for their image in front of people because she's also a psychiatrist and has a position in society. If people found out, she wouldn't know where to hide her face. Besides, Jamila would have suffered and everyone would have bullied her. She tells her that she can't bear to live with someone like her father and she has to choose. Either defend him from today and forget about him, or kick him out of their lives completely. Her mother finally finds the courage and tells him to take his things and leave the house. She decides to stay with Jamila and tells her, if you love me, let's leave from here, she says, and her mother agrees and books 2 tickets for them. Jamila goes to pack her things, wanting to leave in the morning, but when she goes into the bathroom, she turns around and finds Lejen in front of her, coming to finish her off with a gun. She was about to kill her, but Jack appeared at the last moment. Unfortunately, the bullet hit Jenny, and that's how it ended for her. But the police do nothing to our heroine's friend. More than a year passes since that day, and our heroine tries to recover from what happened to her. Dow also tries to get him back with her, but she refuses. Our heroine's friend confesses his love to her, and she agrees to be with him because the one who's standing by him is. First, he helped her and kept her from smelling like her friends. Well, that's the end of the story, my dear viewer. I hope you liked this delightful, charming, and light-hearted story. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and activate the notification bell so you receive all my delightful content. Good evening to you.